Hello and welcome to the part 26 of this video series. In this video, we will learn about method overloading. As part of this video, we will learn what is method overloading and we will try to understand it with the demo. And we will also understand the most important question that you will be asked if you are going to a C# interview, that is what is difference between overloading and overriding. We will cover this question in detail. Method overloading allows programmers to use multiple methods with the same name. The methods are differentiated by their number and type of the method arguments. Method overloading is an example of polymorphism feature of object-oriented programming. So let's open up the Visual Studio and understand this with the help of an example. I have opened up my Visual Studio. Let's create a class. Okay, I have created a method with the name add that is accepting two parameters, integer a and integer b, and the return type of the method is void. And currently, I am adding up the numbers a and b and printing that sum using the console.write line. Now let's see what will happen if I try to add one more method with the same name and same parameters. If you notice here, we are getting a red line here. Red line means an error. So let's go ahead and read the error message. It says type method overloading already defines a member called add with the same parameter types. What it means? It means in the method overloading class, we already have a add method with the same parameters. So we cannot add the same method again in our class. If you want to add the method with the same name again in our class, we need to differentiate it by changing the number of parameters in a method, or by changing the order of parameters in a method, or using different type of data types in the parameters. So now let's understand how we can achieve method overloading here. What I can do, I can add one more parameter int c, and if you notice here, we are not getting the error anymore and we are able to create same method, method with the same name twice. So we have two add method name here, and if I try to invoke the add method, first I have to create an object of my class. So method overloading m equal to new method overloading. And now if I try to invoke my method add, if you notice here, C# is telling us we have two methods of it. One is accepting two parameters, and if I click the down arrow here, this will give me the second option. That method is taking three parameters. So this is how we can overload the methods by giving different number of parameters. In the first method, we have two parameters, int a, int b, and in the second method, we have three parameters, a, b, and c. And I can go ahead and invoke the method like this. So this will invoke this particular method, which is available at line number 20. And if I pass three parameters, 1, 3, and 4, this will invoke this particular method. Let's run this program. We can see we are getting the sum as expected, 4 and 8. So this is one way to overload the method by changing the number of parameter. Second way is by changing the type of the parameters. So let's say I have one more method, public void add, and this time I will take two float types. So what I'm doing in this method, I am accepting two arguments, float a and float b. And if you notice here, we are still not getting any error because the method is overloaded by using different type of parameter. Let's complete this method. Okay, so I am adding up a and b and printing the sum. And If I try to invoke the add method again, and this time you will notice we are getting three options here. One that takes float, second one takes integers, and third one takes three integers. So let me invoke my float one. So I can pass 5.1 float value, 6.4 float value, 5.1 and 6.4. And if we run the program, we are getting the sum as expected. So this is second way to overload the method. We can create the method with same name by changing the type of arguments or parameters that we are passing to the method. Third way of doing the method overloading is by changing the sequence. Let's say we have a method here that says print string name and integer age. Inside this method, I'm not doing anything. I am just printing. Now let's create one more method. Let's overload this method. Print string. So this time, instead of giving the name parameter at the first position, I will give age parameter at the first. First, I will give age parameter, int age, string name. And I can print the same thing again. If you notice here, we are not receiving any error and we are able to overload the method by changing the sequence of parameters. So basically we have changed the sequence of parameters. First we are passing the string and then integer. In the second method, we are passing integer first and then the string. So let's try to run these methods also. If I type mo.print, Visual Studio is giving us two options. One that takes integer age first and second one that takes string name first. So let's go ahead and execute both the methods. So first I will give name here, Peter is 30, and second time we can give our age first, let's say 40, and John Walker. So let's go ahead and run this program now. As you can see, we are getting the name and the age as expected. So this is how we can overload the method by changing the sequence of parameters. And guys, please note here, we cannot overload the method by changing the return type. If you see here, we have an add method here is having the return type void. And if I try to add one more method by changing the return type from void to integer this time and try to create the method with the same parameters. If you notice here, we have the same parameters, but we have changed the return type. And this time we are not able to overload the method. We are already getting one error message here. It says method overloading class already defines a member class with the same parameter types. So guys, to overload the method, we have to somehow change the method parameters. That is the only way to overload the method. So this will not work. We cannot overload the method by changing the return type. And now let's go back to slides. Okay guys, so we have seen what is method overloading, and we have also seen a demo where we have created add method and print methods, and we have overloaded those methods by changing the number of parameters, sequence of parameter, or type of parameter. Now let's understand the difference between method overloading and method overriding. Okay, on this slide, we have the difference between method overloading and overriding. Let's understand this step by step. First point is creating more than one method or function having same name but different signatures or the parameters in the same class is called method overloading. Let's go back to Visual Studio and see what is a signature. If you notice here, the method name and the parameters that are passed to the method, that is the signature of the method. Signature don't include the return type. That's why we are not able to overload the method by just changing the return type. Okay. Whereas in method overloading, creating a method in derived class with the same signature as a method in the base class is called as method overriding. If you remember the last video, we were having this method with the same signature, I mean the same name and the same parameters, but they were present in the different classes. Method overloading is called the compile time polymorphism. So at the compile time, we will decide which method we will be invoking, and method overriding is known as runtime polymorphism. At the runtime, it will be decided which method will be invoked. In method overloading, it has the same method name but the different signature or the parameters. In method overriding, it must have the same method name as well as the signature or the parameters. Method overloading does not need inheritance. In this video, you have seen we didn't inherit any class, we just went ahead and overloaded the method. Method overriding needs inheritance. If you remember last video, we were having some child classes and parent classes, and using those classes, we were implementing the method overriding. Method overloading is possible in single class only. That we have seen in this video, we have created method overloading class. In that class, we were overloading the methods. Method overriding needs hierarchical level of classes. That is one parent class and other child class. In method overloading, we can use any access modifier, but in case of method overriding, we have to use the public access modifier. Method overloading is also called as early binding because at the compile time only we will decide which method will be invoked. Method overriding is also called as late binding because at the runtime we will decide which method will be invoked. That's why we call method overloading as compile time polymorphism and method overriding as runtime polymorphism. That's it for this video, guys. In the next video, we will learn about properties.